Parents of Reddit, what are some of the strangest things you have heard your children say while gaming? My 16-year-old keeps yelling dead, but I keep thinking he's saying dad. So I keep responding to him. Oh god. The best dad joke. Are you winning? One time when my brother was like 9, he came out of his room absolutely fuming because someone called him a furry on Roblox. Oh, so that's what happens when they rage quit. Thank you for the knowledge. Careful he doesn't try to plug the remote up his butt. My 6-year-old, at the time, was playing a Super Mario game. Her favorite. Suddenly I hear "Get down the Harley, our little bitch." I had to be the parent, but inside I was dying of laughter. I knew a little autistic boy who would scream "Pee off me" every time a Goomba or Koopa would kill him in Super Mario. I'm not autistic or a little boy, but I scream that at Goombas as well. I'm also not autistic or a little boy, and I also say that. My 9-year-old said "I'm going to poop in your pants" to his friend. I will ask yourself, which one of you shat in my pants? Opposite, but my mother loudly exclaimed, "Fuck me in the ass" after her 10th time trying to catch a magma on Pokemon Go. My go-to used to be, well, F me sideways, apostrophe. I first heard it when Ryan Reynolds said this in Blade 3, I think, and have been using it ever since on really bad days. My favorite insult from that one is "cock juggling thunder cunt." It's an old code sir, but it checks out. My 7-year just screamed "well fuck me" while playing Smash Brothers with his brother. Or what? They grow up so fast. Oh, this brings me back. I think I might have sent that first when I was 8 years old. Maybe 10. And that was just before we had the internet. Glad to know it's still something the young people develop as part of their language. I think I said it last week. I'm 38. Fucking orphans. You guys are all orphans while playing Roblox. Man's ready for the COD lobbies. Now, he needs some slurs, and then he's ready. I'm still not ready lol. The best COD players are sailors. Not my kid, but my girlfriend's 10-year-old little brother has threatened to bend many people's mothers over. Average 11-year kid playing COD back in 2007. It's way funnier when the voice slinging, slurs and insults sounds like it can't reach the top shelf of the fridge. That's how I know I'm playing the wrong game. Catch me in a game made for 9-year-olds. Now, I'm going back to a mature game like Stardew Valley. I'm going to do to you what the porcupine did to that gumball machine. Does this have something to do with the regular Show Meat Canyon video? Oh, looks like somebody got a reward. Here, take 2 for being such a good employee. While playing a fine Splatoon 3, coming at you, you Canadian, apostrophe. My gamer buddies from the States refer to me as Poutine behind my back. I'm not nearly as offended as they think I am. OMG, I would wear that with an extreme badge of honor. Poutine is delicious. Son was 5 and just started playing Minecraft, and it wasn't words I heard, but deep, guttural, soul-destroying weeping. The type you try to keep quiet. I ran in. He wouldn't talk to me, just kept playing. Tears the size of my thumb streaming down his cheeks, bottom lip shaking. Eventually he told me he was swinging his axe to cut a tree and it hit the dog he tamed, killing it. He was devastated and guilt-ridden. His 4-year-old mind didn't quite grasp he wouldn't get in trouble in real life, and he was in turmoil because it was an accident. But he was so sad he had killed his dog, and he thought he was going to be in big trouble. I just gave him a big hug till he let go. It was a while, and told him it was okay. Accidents really do happen, and to be careful with his axe next time. His sister showed him he to respawn a new dog. We laugh now, but at the time it really got him in the feels. Bruh, I have 5 people on me, and the monkey keeps slapping me. Me proceed to say what, then seeing Overwatch. Winston is the best for shouting the weirdest teamster. Monkey landed on me and is tasing me. Sighing, the angry monkey just punched me off the map. Dejected person in team chat while the enemy Winston was ulting. My 17-year-old came into my room while his girlfriend was over. He says, "Hey, if you hear loud moaning coming out of my room, we are not up to anything. We are just playing this weird Sonic game." I'm over here like, okay, But that's worse. You see how that's worse, right? It better not be Sonic 06. I'll go buy you condoms right now to stop you from playing Sonic 06. Apostrophe. It was Sonic 69. Nice. Kiss my ass as I pass you in the grass. My 9 meters. When we play Mario Kart, kids got bars. A friend's son, while playing in his room with his mates. The flea market is not a good place to buy guns, bro. You need to kill people in order to buy them from the traders. Is more cheap. Yeah, I know. Russians ripping us off, right? I had to explain to my friend the game he was playing for 20 minutes to understand it and stop freaking out about his son becoming a terrorist. Escape from Tarkov. Head nape. Enthusiasts unite. Build a shelter. Bitch. Yes. He got a lecture from his father. If this was Minecraft and the other kid was dawdling about building shelter, he deserved what he got. He should built a private domicile where he cannot be harassed. Bitch. Jess. 3rd grader playing Super Mario World was getting really frustrated on a level that he kept having to repeat, and at one point, getting so close to the end, but just barely missing a jump, yelled at Yoshi, calling it "you sloppy bitch." Okay, actually that was me, but my dad was in the room reading, and busted out laughing. My older brother would use the term teabagging Alet while playing MW2, to the point my mother wanted to know what it meant, and went and googled it. He stopped saying it after seeing her reaction. LMAO. Not a parent, but I one time heard my brother yell, "Let me put the meat," and I didn't hear any of what he had to say before that. Just that. Maybe he's playing a cooking game. Overcooked gets hostile. Once played it with my 9-year-old brother and 2 of his friends. I'm 17. Playing with 8 to 10-year-olds. Basically ended in me wrestling with my brother. One of his friends burning the kitchen down, and the other one yelling at us for not playing the game right. Was fun. Overcooked with children is the best thing ever. I have boys from age 6, 12, and it's like trying win despite a massive handicap. And it's hilarious. The pot never goes on this side. Put it back. Son was playing COD and called someone a vaginal blood fart. Were they being a vaginal blood fart? That is their normal mode of operation. You know. Technically, aren't we all vaginal blood farts? My nephew, when we play games together, likes to randomly make jokes about how good my mom is in bed. He's 11. I'm mortified every time. His grandma? Yup, but he hasn't met her because we live on the other side of the country in a different island. New Zealand. Geographical genius, bingo, you're right. The other day I heard my 10-year-old son yell, "I'm clapping them cheeks," while he was playing Splitgate. I don't think that means what he thinks it means. Oh, your 10-year-old son knows exactly what he's saying. When me and my pals were 10, realizing that's 14 years ago is depressing af. We'd play COD, MW2 on the 360, and we'd be doing all kinds of weird s to each other's mums, and telling adults to suck our nuts, in phrases so creative I can't even remember them, tbh. It's funny because none of us could talk to girls. Being 10 was 27 years ago for me. Feel better? Something about having 8 inches and you can suffocate Hitler with it. 8 inches is a small belt. Not sure it would fit around Hitler's neck, tbh. You need to teach him imperial. I mean, if it's going around his neck, that's strangulation, rather than suffocating, right? So suffocating would be cramming it down his throat. Totally doable with 8 inches. It was my niece. Sate. You need to kill or capture anyone who's different. Very weird out of context. Hitler Youth is starting young these days. Well, she was named after him. Chronologically, that is. I was not expecting that, LMAO. Calling people wankers. We are American, and I had no idea what a wanker was. Ah. The good old fucking wanker/wanker. Use that all the time myself. As an American. Same. I do the accent and everything. You mean you say fucking wanker? My daughter was 6 or 7 at the time I beat Red Dead Redemption 2, and she likes horses. She saw me riding a horse, Alert, and wanted to play. Why not, right? I mean outside storyline, not out of cussing, and I get the violence aspect of it. but there is so much room to roam without much risk. Not even 5 minutes and she hits a guy with a horse full speed while he was repairing his wagon. She winces, oh no, I better go check on him. Well, he was dead. She walks over, notices, and then takes his stuff saying, well, I guess he won't need this anymore. Someone see her, she gets scared, picked up the body and went to the horse, threw the body on the horse and took off. Now this is where I got a little worried. My daughter found a cliff and threw the body off, but it was in front of a house with a dog that kept barking. She pulled out the gun, killed the dog because they wouldn't shut up, and the owner came out, started shooting at her. This little psycho turns to me and tells me, well, they all have to die now. Kills the owner, kills his wife, and kills a passerby that saw it all. Without missing a beat, she began grabbing their stuff and throwing the bodies off the cliff. She has not played it since. 15 minutes in, and she has already killed 4 people, a dog, and threw the bodies off a cliff. When I was 6, my dad got the family a Northeasts, but he had to make sure Mario was age appropriate by playing through it while we watched. Later got in trouble when my mom heard me saying that goddamn bastard. When Bowser killed me, she didn't care where I picked it up from, lol. I called my sister a bastard when playing Crash Bandicoot. I was 9 and heard it from a friend who didn't elaborate. I thought it sounded funny like nincompoop, but then she threatened to tell my parents I said the B word. I protested that because I actually knew the B word was bitch. Ah, sweet memories. I called my brother a dickhead during a game once when I was like 7. Him and my sister threatened to tell our mum, and I cried cause I was a goody 2-shoes afraid of doing anything wrong. I didn't even know what dickhead meant. Ed just heard my dad say it during road rage. Not a parent, but once while playing the first Red Dead Redemption and my friend told me that you could shoot and kill your horse. Naturally my naive young self didn't believe it and shot my horse point blank in the head while riding full speed. It did a front flip and died immediately before I screamed angrily that I was going to F my friend with a broomstick. Got grounded for 2 months for that. You blamed your friend for telling the truth? They hated him because he spoke the truth. I'm going to cut off your nipples and fill them with meatballs. 15-year-old son. My teen son. While playing D&D, my brother in Christ. Did you just say all Mexicans come from Spain? During another session I overheard, can you all stop trying the wall and just go through the door? Edit to at, don't try and act all innocent. Hannah. Oh. D&D. If we're counting that. In my own sessions, I've touched the horse with guidance. He has seen God and has now been converted to Catholicism. Guidance only lasts 1 minute though. Well, horses can be Catholic, but only for 1 minute. Also, I heard y'all were setting the augurs free and with UHH, the Association for Oja Salvation, y'all are getting sent to the dungeons for this. The person in charge of Tafos stutters. Someone else. Oh, no, you're confused. We're with the UHH, Association for Oja, UHH, suffering, Oja suffering. The DM let us go after that save. Finally, Pope Francis wanders around aimlessly yelling, "Where is the library?" until an orc takes notice of him and helps him. Apostrophe.